Hello, class 12th student. Today I'm going to start chapter 10 from your book Macroeconomics. Topic is foreign exchange rate. This is part 1. In this video, in this chapter actually, we are going to discuss about these topic. Okay, so this chapter is going to cover these content. What do you mean by foreign exchange? What do you mean by foreign exchange rate? Okay, then there are three type of exchange rate: flexible, fixed, managed, floating. Okay, now why we demand foreign exchange? What is the reason for the supply of, who supply the foreign exchange? And ultimately we are going to learn about types of foreign exchange market. If you talk about this chapter, so this is related to in this chapter the one topic has been deleted by the CBSE for this session. Okay, and that is fixation of fixation of fixed exchange rate. Okay, so but you have to learn overall. Because without understanding how to determine the foreign exchange rate, you cannot understand appreciation, depreciation, devaluation. So you have to understand it. Okay, let us start. Sorry. First of all, what do you mean by foreign exchange and foreign exchange rate? Okay, foreign exchange. Exchange means here currency. What do you mean by exchange? So, exchange means currency. So, remember, the chapter name is what? The chapter name is foreign exchange rate. Okay, student? So first of all, there is need to understand what do you mean by foreign exchange. So foreign exchange, this exchange means currency. It is related to what? It is related to currency. Okay. So it is related to what? It is related to foreign currency. Yani except rupee 1, yani ki rupees, except rupees, all the currency that is used in this word is what? Foreign currency for Indians. Okay, so for Indians all the currency are foreign exchange except रुपया. ओके, तो हमारे लिए फॉरेन एक्सचेंज क्या है? रुपये को छोड़ के जितनी भी करेंसीज हैं वो हमारे लिए क्या है? फॉरेन एक्सचेंज है. ओके, सेम वे इफ यू talk about the USA. So for USA, except dollar, all other currencies are what? Foreign exchange. Okay, so foreign exchange means foreign currency, uh, foreign money. Okay, so except domestic currency means whatever legal tender money that we use. So like in India, legal tender money is rupee. So except rupee, whatever currencies we find in this world, that is what? That is foreign currency for us. Okay, if you talk about the Britain, the pound, their legal tender money is pound. So except pound, whatever currency you find in this world, that is foreign currency for Britain. Okay, so foreign currency yani currency of other current country except domestic currency. Okay, now what is foreign exchange rate? What is foreign exchange rate? So actually when we talk, discuss about this chapter, foreign exchange rate. So foreign exchange rate, in very simple language, it is what? It is the price. It is the price of a unit, one unit. It is the price of one unit of foreign exchange, currency. Okay, currency. In simple language, foreign exchange rate is related to the price of any foreign currency. Suppose we are Indian, so Indian is going to have what? Indian is going to have rupees. Okay, if you want to purchase a good from America, so they are not going to accept rupee. Why? Because it is just piece of paper, okay, and it is not a legal tender money, so they are not going to accept rupee from you. They require dollar, okay. So in this way you have to convert your rupee into dollar. So for conversion, for converting rupee into the dollar, you are required to understand how much money you have to pay for getting $1. So foreign currency is related to what? How much money या currency have to pay to get 1 unit of other currency, okay. So this is your foreign exchange rate. So foreign exchange rate, it is what? Foreign exchange rate in very very simple language, uh, okay, foreign exchange rate is what? price of price of 1 unit of foreign currency. If you want to purchase $1, how much money you have to pay? If you want to purchase £1, how much money you are required? So this is what? This is your foreign exchange rate. Okay, so this is what? This is your foreign exchange rate. Let me understand in bookish language. So first of all, what is foreign exchange? So it refers to foreign currency, okay, except your domestic currency. Whatever currency you find in this word, that is what? That is your foreign currency, okay. The stock of foreign exchange with the country refers to the stock of all foreign currency with the RBI at a point of time. The standard practice to measure the entire stock in the term of USA dollar by converting value of all currency into the US dollar. Leave these lines, this is not very important. Now next, the first important point is what do you mean by foreign exchange? Foreign exchange means foreign currency, okay, except domestic currency. Now next important is, what do you mean by foreign exchange rate? The rate at which domestic currency can be exchanged for a currency, foreign currency, is known as a foreign exchange rate. In very simple language, you can write it also. It is the price paid in domestic currency for buying a 1 unit of foreign currency. Here is given one example. Suppose if you want to buy $1, if you want to buy a $1, so how much money you are required to have? You have to keep in your pocket 50 rupees. So in this way, if suppose there is X good, its price is $5, so it's mean how much money you require? So 250. If you are going to have 250 rupee, then you are able to purchase this X good. Why? Because you have to pay 50 rupees for getting $1. And what is the price of this X good? 5. Yani ki you are required to pay 250 rupees to get $5. When you are going to have the $5, then you are able to purchase this X good, okay student. So in this way, this is the simplest definition, and I think it is very very simple, okay. It is the price paid in domestic currency for buying a unit of foreign currency, okay. And you can write this example. Now here is given one more. Exchange rate express the ratio of exchange between the currency of two country. You can write in this way also. It is the price of a currency expressed in terms of another currency, okay. So it is also called external value of domestic currency, okay. So foreign exchange rate is always related to what? External value of the currency. Yani ki how much foreign currency you are able to buy, okay. Yeah, how much money, yeah, how much domestic currency you have to pay to get 1 unit of foreign currency, okay. So this is what? This is your external value of domestic currency. So in simplest manner, in this page you are required to understand two things. First, what do you mean by foreign exchange? So all the currency refers to foreign exchange, okay? And what is foreign exchange rate? It is the price that you have to pay to get 1 unit of foreign currency, okay? Now, next topic is types of foreign exchange rate. Okay, sorry. Types of foreign exchange rate system. So who is going to decide ki you have to pay 40 rupees, or you have to pay 50 rupees, or you have to pay 60 rupees to get to $1? Who is going to decide? So there are three methods to decide this, okay? What are the three methods? uh, these three methods is, first one is sorry the first one is fixed exchange rate system. So here, this exchange rate, how much money you have to pay to get $1, it is decided by the government, okay? In flexible exchange rate system, here it is decided by market force, yani ki supply of foreign currency, okay, and demand of foreign currency. So, with the help of demand and supply, the exchange rate is decided. Managed floating, so it is a mixture of these two. It is the mixture of these two. Okay, so decided by market force. Okay, but when there is too much increase in the price of foreign exchange, yeah, there is too much decrease in the foreign exchange, so central government या फिर सेंट्रल बैंक इज going to manage it. So that is why it is known as a managed floating rate. Okay, so let us start one by one. First of all, fixed exchange rate system. So fixed, yani it is decided by anybody, yeah, any organization, okay? And there will be change take place when this organization, yeah, authorities want to change it, so it is fixed, okay? So let me understand. Fixed exchange rate system refers to system in which the rate of exchange for a currency is fixed by the government. So in very simple language, when foreign exchange rate is decided by the government, so this is known as a fixed exchange rate system, okay? Now, it is the government responsibility to stabilize foreign exchange rate. Suppose government had decided कि you have to pay 50 rupee to get $1, okay? So this foreign exchange rate decided by government, so now it is government liability to manage it, to stabilizes. If there is any changes, so it is only take place by the government, okay? Now, under fixed exchange rate system, each country maintains value of its currency in terms of gold, silver, or other precious metal, okay? So how they are going to decide? So with the help of gold, silver, या फिर precious metal, या फिर currency of other country, okay? So in this way there are two system in fixed exchange rate system. First is gold standard system of exchange rate, and second is Bretton Woods system, okay? So gold standard system of exchange rate, it works from 1870 to 1914, okay? So in this system, gold was the thing with in which the purchasing power of every currency is decided, okay? So according to this system, gold was taken as a common unit of parity between the currency of different countries. Each country defined value of its currency in the term of gold, okay? Now, next is Bretton Woods system. So, after the World War, and as our economy become globalized, okay, so there is requirement to change this gold system, okay? Now there is a Bretton Woods system. So what is this? This system was adopted to have transparency in the system, Under this system, all currency were pegged are related to US dollar, and this is convertible, fully convertible into the gold. Okay, तो ये exchange rate system आपका work कब से किया, 1945 से 1971. In this system now, every country is not going to decide its external value in terms of gold, but they are going to decide it into terms of US dollar, and this US dollar is fully convertible in gold. Okay, so IMF, International Monetary Fund, work as a central institution in controlling the system. Okay, now what are the merit of this fixed exchange rate? So first of all, it is decided by the government, so there is stability. Why? Because there will be decrease or increase in the foreign exchange rate. So it is just because of the government. Now coordination of macro policy becomes convenient. Okay. Now next is it prevents speculation in foreign exchange market. So because it is decided by the government, change, it is going to decrease or it is going to increase just because of the government. So in this way speculation नहीं होने वाला है. ठीक है. What is a speculative activity? So I tell you in demand, when I'm going to explain you demand of foreign exchange, reason for supply of foreign exchange. Okay, now what are the demerit? It does not encourage venture capital. There is possibility of under या over valuation of the currency. Government have to maintain 100% gold reserve. So because of this, this foreign fixed exchange rate system is not applicable in today time. Okay, now flexible exchange rate system. What is flexible? So it is decided by the demand and supply of foreign exchange. It is just like private, socialistic, and mixed economy. Okay, now flexible exchange rate system. So it refers to a system in which exchange rate between currency of different country is determined by the market forces of demand and supply. So what will be the foreign exchange rate? It is going to be decided by the demand of foreign exchange and supply of foreign exchange, where demand of foreign exchange is equal to supply of foreign exchange. That point will be your foreign exchange rate. Okay, now there is no government intervention. Okay, exchange rate is determined by the market, yani demand and supply. These two forces is going to decide. Okay, now exchange rate at which demand for the foreign currency is equal to its supply, that is known as a per rate of exchange, या normal rate या equilibrium rate of foreign exchange, where both are equal to each other, that is considered as a per rate of exchange, normal rate, equilibrium rate. Now it is called flexible because it tend to change with the change in the market forces of demand and supply. It is known as a flexible. It is also known as a free. Why? Because it is not just change very frequently, but even in one day it change many times. Okay, so whenever there is increase in supply, yeah, increase in demand, it is going to be change. Okay, now what are the merit of flexible exchange rate system? So it solve the problem of over या under evaluation. There is no requirement of government to hold 100% gold reserve. It encourage venture capital. Okay, so it encourages investment. Venture capital का मतलब FDI और FII. Okay, now demerits, no stability. I had told you ना कि it changes not only frequently but even in one day it change many time. Okay, आप न्यूज़ में सुनते भी होगे रुपया कमज़ोर हो गया, रुपया ताकतवर हो गया. तो this is related to what? This is related to appreciation or depreciation of domestic currency, and it is just because of this flexible exchange rate. Okay, now flexible exchange rate keep fluctuating according to the demand and supply. This discourage international trade and coordination of macro policies become inconvenient. Okay, now next is managed floating rate system. So actually this is hybrid of both, या फिर it is mixture of both, like mixed economy. Okay, so it is decided by the market force, but there is when too much high foreign exchange rate, yeah, there is too much less foreign exchange rate, that time RBI is going to come in front and it is going to control it. Okay, so this is your managed floating rate system. So it refers to a system in which foreign exchange rate is determined by the market force and central bank stabilize the exchange rate in case of appreciation or depreciation of domestic currency. So I know you don't know what is the meaning of appreciation, you don't know what is the meaning of depreciation. So I'm going to explain you when I'm going to explain demand and supply. Okay, now, so how central bank is going to intervene? So by bulk buyer as a bulk seller of foreign exchange. Okay, it is a system of adjustment to the exchange rate to influence the value of currency. It is also known as a hybrid system between fixed and flexible. तो दोनों का mixture है. It is going to have the characteristic of both decided by the market force, but when there is too much fall in the price of foreign exchange, yeah, there is too much increase in the price of foreign exchange, that time RBI is going to come, या फिर central bank is going to come and try to control it. Okay, if country manipulate the exchange rate by not following the rule and regulation, so this is known as a dirty floating. So it is very very important for your 1 marks and 3 marks question. What do you mean by dirty floating exchange rate? The dirty floating, managed floating exchange rate is known as a dirty floating when any country is not going to follow the rule and regulation uh, that is decided by International Monetary Fund. Okay, now central bank follow a set of rule and regulation to influence the exchange rate. Okay, in very simple language, if I explain this managed floating rate, so what I had told you, first we had learned about the fixed. The fixed is done by government. Okay, if you talk about the flexible, so it is decided by the market forces. What are the market force? Demand of foreign currency and supply of foreign currency. So it is decided by these two. Okay, now managed floating floating foreign exchange rate. So it is hybrid of both. First, decided by market force. Okay, and when there is too much decrease in foreign exchange rate or too much increase in foreign exchange rate, that time central bank will come and try to control it. Okay, so that is why it is known as a managed floating. Floating का मतलब क्या है? There are too much changes. Why too much changes? क्योंकि डिसाइड कौन कर रहा है? मार्केट फोर्स. मैनेज, जब ज़्यादा प्राइस हाई हो गई फॉरेन एक्सचेंज की या ज़्यादा प्राइस लो हो गई फॉरेन एक्सचेंज की, तो उस टाइम सेंट्रल बैंक यानी कि RBI विल कम एंड ट्राई टू कंट्रोल इट. हाउ? बाय सेलिंग एंड परचेजिंग these foreign exchange. Okay, now determination of flexible exchange rate. Actually this topic has been deleted for this year, but if you are not going to understand it, so you are not able to understand appreciation, depreciation, and that is part of the syllabus, so that is why you have to understand it. Okay, let me start. So flexible yani ki market force. If we talk about the market force, okay, the flexible exchange rate is the function of demand and supply of currency in the foreign exchange rate. So जो ये foreign exchange rate है, it is depend upon two. So if I write foreign exchange rate is the function of demand, so there is negative relation. ओके, फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट अगर हाई है तो डिमांड आपकी लो होगी, फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट लो है तो डिमांड आपकी हाई होगी. ओके, इंडिविजुअली अगर मैं सप्लाई को लिखूं तो foreign exchange rate is the function of supply. There is, we find positive relation, yani if foreign exchange rate is high, it means supply will be high. If foreign exchange rate is low, it means supply will be low. So that we are going to discuss here. Okay, now sources are determinants of demand for the foreign exchange. How we are able to get the foreign exchange? What are the sources ऑफ डिमांड ऑफ फॉरेन एक्सचेंज? किसको फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट की ज़रूरत होती है, कौन इसकी डिमांड करता है? वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस हियर. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, इफ़ यू वांट टू परचेज एनी थिंग दैट इज़ मेड इन आउटसाइड ऑफ आवर कंट्री, सो you have to you have to convert your money into that country currency. Like if you want to purchase x good that is produced in America. So if you want to purchase that X good, you have to make the payment in dollar, because trader is not going to accept rupee. Why? Because rupee is not legal tender money in America. Okay, what is the legal tender money? That is dollar. So you have to convert your rupee into the dollar. So in this way, whenever you are going to purchase goods and services that is manufactured in another country, so you have to change your money into that currency. Okay, so first is for import, yani for the purchasing goods and services. Next, for tourism. Suppose you are going to Britain, America, or any country for study, for make a tour. So if you are having the rupee in your pocket and you want to make the payment, you want to make the payment of bus or traveling or for hotel expenses, so they are not going to accept it. Why? Because their legal tender money is different. Their legal tender money is not rupee. So wherever you are going, you have to keep the money of that country. It's mean when you are moving outside of the country, you are going to demand the currency. Like आप अमेरिका जा रहे हो तो आप किस चीज़ की डिमांड करने वाले हो? डॉलर की. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट इज रेमिटेंस बाय द फॉरेन वर्किंग इन इंडिया. देयर आर मेनी फॉरेनर्स who are working in India. Okay, so whenever they get their money, they are going to send some part of it to their own country. So when they are going to send rupee, so it is not going to useful for them, so they have to convert it. In this way they demand foreign currency. Okay, like you can take the example of IPL. In IPL there are many cheerleaders, so they are belonging to different countries. Suppose there are a cheerleader that is going to belong USA. Now she is getting the money in rupee, but she want to send some part of her income to her family. So what she is going to convert its Indian rupee into the dollar. So that time she is making the demand for the dollar. Now extension of loan to the foreigners. If our country want to give loan to other country, so obviously अगर आप अफ़गानिस्तान को हेल्प कर रहे हो या फिर यू आर हेल्पिंग एनी अदर कंट्री, so that time you are not going to make the payment, yeah, you are not going to give economic assistance in rupee. You have to convert your rupee into that currency. So in this way you are going to demand foreign currency. Repayment of interest or loan. जब भी आप लोन का रीपेमेंट कर रहे होते हैं तो that time also you are going to have दैट करेंसी. जैसे आप अमेरिका से लोन लिए हो, अब आपको पे करना है तो आपको डॉलर चाहिए, तो यू आर गोइंग टू डिमांड डॉलर. ओके, सो दीज आर द सोर्सेज ऑफ डिमांड फॉर द फॉरेन करेंसी. ओके, ऑलरेडी आई हैड टोल्ड यू कि फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट क्या है, प्राइस ऑफ फॉरेन करेंसी. रिमेंबर, फॉरेन करेंसी इज लाइक टोटली अ गुड. उसको आप गुड कंसीडर करो. अब फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट क्या है, उसकी प्राइस है. ठीक, तो वेनेवर किसी भी कमोडिटी की प्राइस हाई होती है तो हम उसकी डिमांड क्या करते हैं, कम करते हैं. दैट वी हैड लर्न इन लॉ ऑफ डिमांड. इफ price of a commodity is high, you are going to purchase less of it. Like you can take the example of Apple phone. The buyer of Apple phone is less. If you talk about the Redmi या MI set, तो there are more buyer. Why? Because it is providing same features in less price, so obviously you are going to purchase it. Okay, yeah, there will be more buyers. So same way, remember, when we are discussing here foreign exchange rate, so foreign exchange rate means what? Price. Price of what? Price of foreign करेंसी. So foreign करेंसी को आप एक एक्स गुड कंसीडर कर लो. अब क्या है, अगर एक्स गुड की प्राइस हाई है, प्राइस ऑफ एक्स गुड हाई है, तो इसकी डिमांड क्या होगी? लो होगी. तो विच टाइप ऑफ रिलेशन वी फाइंड? वी फाइंड नेगेटिव रिलेशन. सो इट्स मीन कि अगर फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट इज़ हाई, यानी कि प्राइस ऑफ फॉरेन करेंसी is high, foreign currency yani x good, so if high to its demand is going to be low, so that is given here. Okay, so there is inverse relation between the price of foreign currency and demand of foreign currency. High price, less of foreign exchange is demanded. Okay, here you can see in this diagram, when OR is foreign exchange rate यानी प्राइस ऑफ डॉलर. अगर आपको एक डॉलर चाहिए तो आपको ओ आर अमाउंट पे करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, ओ आर अगर प्राइस ऑफ डॉलर है, यानी कि ओ आर प्राइस है, तो उस टाइम पे डिमांड कितनी हो रही है? ओ एम हो रही है. अब सपोज करो कि फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट यानी प्राइस ऑफ डॉलर रिड्यूस हो जाए, अभी आपको केवल R2 पे करना है, तो आप ज़्यादा डिमांड करोगे, यानी कि डिमांड आपकी बढ़ के क्या हो जाएगी? M2. अगर दूसरा केस लेते हैं, जब फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रेट बिकम हाई, यानी इट बिकम R1, so in this case there will be this much demand for the dollar. Okay, so there is negative relation. When we join all these points, we get negative relation. Okay, now determinants of supply of foreign exchange. Who supply foreign currency? So if anyone from the rest of the world want to purchase Indian goods, they are going to make the payment in their own domestic currency. Like if you take a American, he want to purchase handloom sari, so for that he is going to make the payment in dollar, because legal tender money is dollar, so he is going to keep dollar with himself या herself. So in this way, when an American is going to purchase and silk sari, so obviously we are going to get dollar in return. So in this way, export of goods and services. So when we do the export of goods and services, yani we are selling our goods and services in rest of the world, in return we are going to get foreign currency. Okay, next is foreign tourist. When foreign tourists come India, they are going to keep their own country currency. Okay, they will come, they will convert it, and then they will move here and there, and they make the expenses. Okay, so in this way, foreign tourist is the source of getting foreign currency. Next is remittance by the Indian working abroad, NRI, नॉन रेजिडेंस इंडियंस. सो जो NRI होते हैं, ठीक है, दे आर कीपिंग मनी व्हेन दे सेंड देयर सैलरी. तो सपोज कोई पर्सन है, वो अमेरिका में रहता है, उसको जो सैलरी मिलेगी वो डॉलर में मिलेगी. अभी वो मान लो कि $20 उसकी सपोज करो सैलरी है, और उसमें से वो $5 इंडिया भेज रहा है, तो वो डॉलर ही सेंड करेगा यहाँ, फिर उसको रुपीज़ में कन्वर्ट करके उसकी फैमिली को दिया जाएगा. तो जो रिमिटेंस है बाय इंडियंस वर्किंग अब्रॉड, तो दिस इज द अनदर सोर्स फॉर गेटिंग द फॉरेन करेंसी. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट बाय द मल्टीपल कंपनीज. ऑब्वियसली you know now, India is a favorite destination for the outsourcing because of cheap labor, because of skilled labor. So many foreign investor invest their money as a FDI and FII. So these are the another source of getting foreign currency, because if suppose an American is going to come in India and it is going to open its production unit, so an American is not going to keep rupee in his pocket. Obviously it is going to have dollar in his wallet. Okay, he is going to convert it, okay, in rupee. So in this way he is going to carry what? He is going to carry dollar. Now purchase of the share, yani portfolio investment. Okay, so whenever any foreigner is going to purchase share bonds, they are going to make them they are going to invest in money market, so they are going to keep their own currency. So in this way we are able to get the foreign currency. Now, deposit by the non-residents Indian. You know, now many Indians are living outside the country. Why? Because in a developed country they are going to get more salary in compared to India. So obviously they are not going to expend all their money, they are going to save it. So their saving is, they are getting the dollar, so they are going to they are going to deposit dollar. Okay, so in this way this become another, again the source of getting foreign currency. Okay, deposits of non-residents Indian. Now, if we talk about the foreign exchange rate and supply, which type of relation we find? We find direct relation, yani positive relation. Okay, if foreign exchange rate is high, supply will be high. If foreign exchange rate will be low, the supply will be low. Okay, so here you can see ki when OR is the foreign exchange, supply is OQ. When it reduces, it is R1, the supply also reduces, it become Q1. If foreign exchange rate is R2, the supply also increases, it become Q2. So when we join all this point, we get a upward sloping line. So it is going to denote the positive relation. Okay, so we can write foreign exchange rate is the function of supply of supply of foreign exchange, and we find positive relation, यानी कि foreign exchange rate is high, so supply of foreign currency will be high. Okay, like when the price of any commodity is increasing, its supply increases. Okay, why? Because producer and seller are getting more profit, that is the reason. Okay, now this is the last point of this video, determination of the exchange rate. Actually it is deleted, but you should know it. Okay, so where demand of foreign currency and supply of foreign currency both are going to intersect, that point is known as a point of equilibrium, and this will be your foreign exchange rate. Okay, and this will be equilibrium quantity and equilibrium quantity. Okay, so supply of foreign currency, SF is showing foreign, there is positive relation. DF yani demand of foreign currency, there is negative relation with the foreign exchange rate. E is the point of equilibrium. OQ is the equilibrium quantity. Why equilibrium quantity? Because on OQ, demand of foreign currency is equal to supply of foreign currency. It is just like your microeconomics when we had learned about demand and supply, तो सेम वे. ओके, क्योंकि आप जब ये चैप्टर पढ़ रहे हो ना, दिमाग में इस चीज़ को रखिए कि फॉरेन करेंसी इज जस्ट लाइक अ गुड. सो वेन एवर any good is less expensive, you purchase more, and when anything is expensive, you purchase less. Like this time the price of potato is too high, so you are going to purchase less of it. But when its price is less, like time of lockdown, so you are going to purchase more. Okay, if you talk about point of supplier, so supplier will supply more when price is more, and supplier supply less when price is less. The same way. Okay, foreign exchange rate is what? It is the market of foreign currency. So whenever you want to purchase anything, so you are going to keep in your pocket rupee. Why? Because rupee is the your legal tender money. With the help of the rupee you can purchase anything, you can purchase any currency also. Okay, so how much money you have to pay for get $1, yeah, 1 yuan, yeah, 1 pound, this is known as a foreign exchange rate. There are three methods. Government decide, so this is fixed. Market decide, so this is flexible or floating, and decided by the government, but there is too much up and down, then RBI will come, yeah, central bank will come and manage it. So this is known as a managed floating rate. Okay, so thank you for today. Okay, student, Thank you.